Hey, in our last video we have seen layouts, how we can work with the container and how we can work with the paddings and as well as margins. In this video we will see about working with the multiple widgets in our application. So we will see how we can work with those multiple widgets over here. So now let me replace this. So we have a widget called row. In this here there is no child property, instead we have a children property. So what in the children is nothing, the children is a list of elements where you can add multiple widgets over here. So I'll add 3 different widgets over here and we will see how we can work with this using this row widget. So first, inside you can see, right, the children is a list of elements. In that we can add a multiple widgets over here. The first I am taking as a text property where I'll pass first. So when I call this is the first one. So I'll take three different widgets. In the second one I'll take one flat button over here. So in this flat button my first property will be a child, which is for text. Write it a name as so I'll apply some color. So this is the second one where I have created this, and finally so I have auto saved it. Let me stop this auto save, and finally in the third one is a I am taking the container. Inside the container I will write the child property as a text where I'll give the name as this one, and I'll apply some color for an accent. So again, along with in the container I'll add padding also. So h6, so I will give a 30 pixel padding. So now I'm like to save this. So when you see, so here in the simulator you can see, right, there are 3 different widgets I have created in a row. So the row is a widget which holds a children as a list of elements. In those list of elements you can see every widget was added as a, with a comma we have added 3 different widgets over here. So now you can see we have added the multiple widgets over a row. So if you want to arrange, so for this, if you want to align it, if you want to align in some close properties, we can align it however we want. The first one is a, either you can arrange in a horizontal direction or you can arrange it in a vertical direction. First we will see how we can arrange this in a horizontal direction. For arranging it something in a x coordinate wise, we have something called main axis alignment. So main axis alignment property have a few elements like center and space around. So we will see each one. So when you apply a center over here and let's say, can you see all these widgets are appear at the center of your application. If you want to arrange, so start is a default property, so even though if you won't apply anything, it automatically takes as a start property. When if you arrange something called end, so you can see it applies to the end of this. In the same manner we have other properties, space around. If you apply this, okay, it was properly aligned with some proper spaces. If you want to have, if you can arrange another more property, which is a stretch property you have. So space evenly, you can see, right? So these are the different ways you can work with the row using a main axis alignment. Along with this you have another one which is for vertically, which is a cross alignment. So in this cross alignment again you have a different one, center, and when I call it as a start one, you can see, so this is aligned to the top of all the widgets. So when I write end means it won't go down, instead it won't go down, instead it will take the highest widget and it align itself to the highest widget. So here the third is the highest one, where it is where it aligns the other 2 widgets to the third containers. See, if you can see, it has aligned as per the max container. So it has aligned its content as per the main. In the same manner you have another one, when you write stretch, you can see all the elements are stretched till end. So this is a different way, so it's not something, it's not looking good. So let me write start, otherwise let's enter. So this is a propel element. This is a simple example where you can work with the rows, in your Flutter application. So this is about rows, and another one which is we have seen the row wise how we can arrange the multiple widgets in a row. Next we want to say something about the columns. Instead of writing from the scratch how we can do the column, the same thing we can replace this row with a column. So inside whatever we have discussed on the row wise, the same applies on the column wise. Instead it will arrange the elements, it will arrange the widgets in a vertical direction from the top to bottom. Here in the row you can see all the elements are arranged in one particular row, whereas when it comes to the column wise, it will arrange in a column way. So again everything applies in the same manner. This will arrange in the same way. Everything works in the same way. Instead we have this, will need change this row to column. So we can simply write the column here, and if you can save it, right? So you can see it was arranged because we have given the X alignment as evenly and as the cross alignment as center. If we want to see how we can apply it, how we can apply it. If we want to change its space evenly to the center, you can do all these widgets will arrange automatically in the center of the application in the cross alignment structure. Even if you want to add this to a start, you can see this will place to the start of the application. That's the reason you can, when you do it from the end, it will arrange the max of the highest coordinate and will arrange automatically there. So that's based on your requirement. You can change however you want. Either it may be alignment in the cross element. If you want to do it as stretch, so you can see this is stretching up to here. So like this you can work with the multiple widget, either using the rows and columns, or the combination of both you can do it. This is what we have seen how we can work with the multiple widgets using rows and columns.